it's a ticket. Talking margin for the biggest. That's a comma and a comma and a comma. Gotta get it. And it's a ticket.
Hey you guys, it's me, Naima B, back from Dressed in Black, and today I want to do a new video about more of my spiritual side and my first ever deck, tarot card deck, Neo Tarot. So stay tuned. I recently purchased, not too long ago, my very first tarot card deck by Jericho Mandy Burr. It says a fresh approach to self-care, healing, and empowerment. And that's what really would led me to even deciding to pick up a deck. My spirituality over the years has grown. I've always been a really spiritual woman, but the last 2-3 years I've really evolved. And I just wanted like a new way to get in touch with myself, get in touch with maybe my ancestors, the good spirits around me, to help me to just figure some stuff out. You know, it's not like a magic 8 ball. It's not going to tell you necessarily everything you want to hear or want to know. Well, I'm going to just go over what the actual deck is itself, and then I'll just go from there. So this is what it looks like. It's really cute. I looked up a few of them. I tried to find one that was like definitely made by somebody of color, preferably of African American, but it didn't really matter. There was this other deck I really liked, but it's always sold out. But it's so pretty, and I wanted something with like lots of color, not super traditional, you know. This is more, it's more modern. Just something that really connects to you. Try to find, if you are interested, try to find something that, you know, really interests you. You won't mind looking at all the time. You can get more than one deck, but you know. The reviews were generally positive, but the only thing was people was complaining that the book that comes with it that helps you like figure out what all the cards mean was attached to the book. Like when I say the book, I mean this. Like it opens up like this. It's really cute. It's already ripped because somebody, doesn't matter, but yeah, it's really cute. The cards are in here, and they are in their own little box. And I guess the book used to be right here, and it was attached to the whole thing, so people was complaining, and I was scared when I ordered it I wasn't gonna like it, but it's not attached anymore. I guess they figured it out. So, and what does this say? Know thyself. So you just put it to the side. I keep it because I like to keep everything together and keep it looking as new as I can, keep it protected. But this is the book. It's a good amount of information. You can just sit down and read it for real. I just kind of go through it as I pick through the cards. And I really love this deck because of how diverse it is. The author, like, they call her like a girl boss. Like, she's really awesome and she's really pretty. In her deck, it features like different people of color, because honestly, when you look through most of these tarot card decks, they represent like European features and European beauty, and it's well, anyway, I found a few good decks that I liked, but I really love hers because she's like gender fluid. It doesn't matter what race you are or how you identify, you can identify with this deck, so that's why I got it. It has 78 cards, and the guidebook is 144 pages. You can get through it pretty quick. The pictures are beautiful, like the colors are really bold. It's really good quality. I wasn't familiar with a lot of the cards and stuff like that. I haven't even had like a tarot card reading before I bought these. Like, I just dove straight in. That's how I do most things in my life. Like, I do research, but I'll just jump right in. I recently did have my first tarot card reading, and it was really good. But I want to be able to do stuff on my own. I'm trying to find a nice big picture, because they have a few that are like the sun. It's really pretty. But yeah, I did have my first tarot card reading the other day. But I want to do my own. Like, I want to just be able to sit with myself and ask the universe, ask my guides, and talk to them and, like, figure some shit out, you know? So, here are the cards. Here's some of them. I'll try to get better shots. Can't go through each and every card. It's too many of them, but... Oh, here's the sun again. Can y'all see that? Like, they're so vibrant. They're so pretty. And my dumb tail did not know how to read. Hold on. It's not focusing. But I didn't know how to read Roman numerals, y'all. So I was saying, like, V-I. My family was like, girl, that's that. I think that's 6. Because I think a V is a 5. And the I's are, like, 1s. But I'm like, VI says you need to focus more on you. Like, we did a little ghetto tarot card reading the other month. It was so funny. You know, you got some people in you, especially if you black, you got some people, that's evil. Da, da, da. I'm like, really? That's what we do? Ain't nothing about this. If your energy is bad, then I guess it could be evil. But I ain't summoning no evil stuff. I don't know what y'all doing to summon evil stuff, but I ain't doing that over here. So... And this is the X of Pentacles. Is an X a 10? X is a 9? No, it is a 10. Okay. I didn't think I would have to research Roman numerals. I don't know. In the book, when you first open it, it's really a book about self-care. So it's just showing you, like, it's telling you, not showing you, new ways that you can think about self-care and how this deck can help to re-energize that part of yourself. Then they have the manifesto. I know this camera is not doing it justice, but these pictures are really, really pretty. It has a little bit of the history of tarot. I know in the past people use it as like parlor games and stuff. And I guess they used a little bit of it for like fortune telling and stuff. I guess it depends who you do it with. I don't know. For me, it's never told the future. It literally just tells me like what's going on right now. And you can also do different spreads. They have different spread. I get distracted. They have different spreads that each card in the spread can mean something different. Like you can have a 3-card spread where the first card to your left would be what was holding you back in the past. The middle one would be for the present, and the one on your right can mean like for the future. You can do all different kinds of spreads. What I do when I first got the cards, and even still today, I meditate with them because I think it's really good for you to like, for your cards and you to bond so they can get your energy. Because I think when you first try, like I did, you'll ask something and the cards will just be like way off. Like it won't even be like an answer that you don't want to hear. It'll just it will have nothing to do with what you just asked, and you can tell that it's not really bonding with you. So I like to cleanse them with like sage or Palo Santo, or you could just hold them in your hand and just cleanse them with your own energy. Just really take time to bond with them. You can walk around with them, you can talk to them, you know, especially if it's been a while since you did your last reading. I like that this book, it goes into a lot of detail, like meet the cards. Like it's very, very beginner friendly. And some of those decks, they were clearly for people that were doing this. Like they do this shit. So I'm like, yeah, I need the whole dictionary. It gives you a little history. It shows you the structure of the cards with each, I think it's 4 different, that's 5. 4 different, I will say 4 different suits, I guess. You have air, which is swords, or swords, however y'all say it. Fire, which is wands. Water for cups. And then earth for pentacles. I don't know if y'all can see that. And then you have all the, I don't know, subcategory. I don't even know what to call them. You have the aces, the twos, the threes, the fours, fives, all the way to the tens. And then you have the pages, knights, queens, and kings. Those are the court cards. And then on this side, it shows you how you can use the cards for self-care, shuffling, question time, reversals. I read reversals sometimes. That's when you pull a card. Like, I try to keep my deck straight up like this, but the very next card could be upside down. So that's, if you read it upside down, they do still have the meaning for what that could mean, which I think is really cool in here. Or sometimes you could just forget it and just read them all as if they were right side up. So even if you pull a card and it's upside down, turn it over and just read it the regular way too. Shuffling, I suck at shuffling cards in general. Why am I congested? I suck at shuffling cards in general. I won't say this is a hard card deck to shuffle. I just suck at it. But a lot of other people said it is no issue with them. So I've done it a few times. Like when you get the two decks and you flip them. I don't know. I'm bad at it. This is coming from a person that just learned how to play spades like 2 months ago. So, you know, I ain't even gonna hold y'all. Then they have the self-care spreads, because that's pretty much what this whole deck is about. You can pull one card, you could pull 3. I'm not gonna go through each and every one. They only have like 3 or 4, I think. You have the self-care pyramid. I've done this a few times. The Celtic cross, I've done this I think twice. This is very lengthy. If you really, really, really want to know kind of shit, you know. I've done this I think twice. And that's all they have in here, but you can still go online and find like more traditional spreads. Or you just make up your own spread. Just do what feels good for you. Honestly, it's no rules. The minor arcana cards. The Pentacle, Swords, Wands, and Cups. So each deck will have their own little dictionary. So the Pentacles, and it'll have on each page which card that is. And so when you pick your card, you can, like, let's pick a random card. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, but. So I got Wheel of Fortune, which kind of sucks because it's in the back. So it's really not helping me. So in the back, when you get cards like Wheel of Fortune that don't have like a number or a class that they go in necessarily, they're going to be in the back. And they'll have their own big old page. So here's Wheel of Fortune. Like the game show. It'll have the number that it's associated with, the planet or the sign, like if you're a Leo, like I'm a Leo. This one says Jupiter, and it has the theme and the affirmation, and I love that it has the regular. It has the regular meaning, the reverse meaning if you choose to read reversals, and then it has the self-care, because you'll read stuff and you'll be like, okay, what am I supposed to do with that? And like, thanks for telling me, but like, how am I supposed to move on with my life? So it gives you ideas of what you can do, and they're normally fairly simple and easy to do. Like, self-care doesn't have to be like, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. Yeah, like this one says find a cheap coloring book and just take quiet time and see, like, shit like that. I've done the last reading I've done. Whew, that was heavy. That was about somebody in my life and the role that they play in my life. And normally, you know, you follow your intuition when you read these things. So it's kind of like in the back of your mind, you already know. You just want confirmation. You just want somebody to be like, yeah. Like, that's what I really use them for. Sometimes I have no idea what to expect. And sometimes I just want confirmation for what I've already been feeling. I would say, yeah, do your research. But you honestly don't really, I don't think you know what to expect until you just dive in. Like getting other people to read you, I've read a few people already. I feel like they were pretty accurate, even though I haven't been doing this long. I think I just have a gift for doing stuff like this for, I believe I'm like a healer or something. It's a whole thing. I don't know if I'm gonna make more videos on this. But yeah, so anyway, I like other people to read for me, but you don't know like if they're telling the truth or they just telling you what you want to hear. Or I just like to sit by myself, light some candles, put on some music, and just be with myself, you know? They're pretty sturdy. I like the design too. They're not super thick, but they're not thin either. Like, I'll try to do a reading. I've been slacking. Maybe once a week. Some people say they pull a card every day, but the chaos that ensues in the morning when I go to work, nah. Maybe at night I could pull a card if I can remember and get into that vibe. If y'all have any more questions, I'm obviously not a professional. I'm very new at this, but if you have any questions about tarot, or maybe I'll go more into depth about like my spirituality and like where I am right now, because a lot of people don't know. Not that it's people's business, you know. It's about you and your self-care, honey. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about that. Do what you gotta do for you. Self-preservation. If y'all have any questions, comments, nice comments, please leave them down below. And I will see y'all next time. Please subscribe. Okay, bye.